and conclude all use of the facilities. But without further ado, may we present your show.
Hello, and welcome to my backyard. It is so good to see you all. Oh, look at your gleaming little masks. Come, gather around. We are going to start with the story. But before we start with the story, I need to ask a very important question. Raise your hand if you have been in my backyard before. And raise your hand if you have not been in this backyard before. Oh, so many new, sweet little sprites to haze or christen, depending on how this show goes. All right. Well, hi, my name is Haylee. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Hi, Haylee. Lovely to meet you. Hi. It's Haylee. How's it going? Not bad? I know. I'm not too bad myself, actually. How's it going? Good to see you. Hug it out. You know, this is my friend, and their name is Peter Papaya, and we go way, way back, yeah. Have I met you already? Oh, I have. All right. I haven't met you yet. High five. Down low. Too slow. It's okay. You can get me back if you need. Do you want to get me back? Up high? Oh, down low? Oh, man. You're fast. All right. And over here. Hello. Oh, no. Oh, dear. They're frozen. Hi. How's it going, little Krabby? Pretty good? Should we start with the story? Is that a good idea? Okay, good. Well, I have just the story for you all. This one is called the Decameron. And it goes a little like this. Once upon a time, many, many moons ago, there was a group of young and gorgeous sprites sitting around a campfire telling each other stories while they waited out the bubonic plague. The end. That's an abridged version, obviously. But, you know, there's a sprinkle of truth to it, don't you think? Yeah. And poof, just like that. The bubonic plague got them, I guess. Now, I have another truth for you, another little story, and, yeah, I'm at home right now. That's a truth. Is anybody else at home? Yes, you are all at home, just as I suspected. I'm actually standing in the middle of my living room barefoot, and I apologize if you hear any meowing. I am in LA, which means that it is dinner time for my cat, except I am here with you and not feeding my cat, which means that she will start meowdling for all of us to hear. Oh, lucky you. All right. Now, anybody else have a cat at home? You all have cats? Oh my goodness. Anybody else have that thing where they like wake up at 5 a.m. and like jump all over you and are like, hey, how's it going? You do? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm glad that we can... Oh, I can't see what you're spelling, but, do you have a dog as well? Ah, and your dog jumps up on your bed as well? Oh, there is nothing more delightful than waking up to a dog tongue that goes right up the nostril, right? Yeah. All right. Now, I have another truth for you. And this one's not so fun. I am a professional dancer and actor. And like most of my colleagues, my work has just poof, vanished into thin air. You too? It's hard, right? I mean, my feet have not touched a studio floor in a year. You understand me? Oh, I knew we had a connection. And it's exactly how I feel. I feel imprisoned in a tiny milk crate. It's exactly how I feel, yes. And, oh, thanks. But you know, to keep myself creative, you know, I started working on a play called The Tempest by William Shakespeare, and I'm finally at the point where I'm ready to get these scenes off of the page and into the universe. So, what do you say we rehearse a couple of these scenes? Oh, everybody's so enthusiastic. I like this group. You guys are fun. All right. Well, let's set the stage. Let's pretend my balcony is a stage. Actually, scrap that. Let's pretend my balcony is the Globe in London. Go big or go home, right? An open-air stadium filled with multi-level seats. You know, us poor little groundlings would stand right here in the pit or the yard of the Globe. Meanwhile, the noblemen would sit on the stage with the actors and pay top dollar for that ticket. Do you know the nickname for those seats? You don't? They're called the original splash zone. You knew that? Do you know why it's called the original splash zone? Have you seen? Oh. Wait, what was that? Exactly! It's Shakespeare, which means there will be fighting and there will be fake blood. There are actors. There's actors. And do you know what actors do a lot? Spit. Do you know what else they do? Sweat. So, now you know why it's called the original splash zone. Are we blowing your mind, little Krabby? Okay, good. Now, this is how The Tempest opens. And it's a very particular show. It opens just like this. The actors are sailors, and they're on a boat, in the middle of an ocean, in the middle of a storm, and this storm is not caused by natural occurrences in the atmosphere. This storm is caused by a mythic being by the name of Ariel. So, I thought we should start our rehearsal right here, at the very beginning. Now, I need a couple of you to be on my special effects team. Who here wants to be on special effects? You do? Awesome. You do, and you do. Okay, great. You three, come here. One for you, little Krabby. One for you, darling Peter. And one for you. And that means that you three are going to be our brave actors, stranded at sea in the middle of a storm. Oh, you want to... Well, I'm just... some people carry teddy bears, other people carry milk crates. You know, it's a comfort thing. I love that you have your little comfort crate with you. All right, I'm going to send you all up to the stage. Wait, do you want to be an actor instead? Okay, all right. Then go join the crew. Go join the crew. All right, I want to send you up to the stage, and we'll get this scene going. Wait, do you want to be an actor now, too? All right, can I have your torch, then? All right, thanks. All right, special effects team. Here we go. Okay. Now, actors, I need you to find an opening pose. Good. Lights off. All right, the curtains open. The audience goes silent. A tempestuous noise of thunder and lightning is heard. A crash of lightning. Good. And action. Hi, my hearts. Cheerily, cheerily, my hearts. Yar, yar. Take down the topsail. Tend to the master's whistle. Blow till thy burst thy wind, if room enough. Good, good, good. Let me see some panic. Run back and forth. Very panicked. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Good. And... take down the topmast and bring her to try with main course. Keep steering the ship onto main course. Everybody come to the railing. A big wave approaches. It crashes down, and now you all have to swim to shore. Swim to shore. Ah, bravo. Actors, give the special effects team a round of snaps. Wasn't that... atmosphere absolutely fabulous. All right, now gather around the fire because we are going to do a ritual now. So we have to acknowledge that there is magic in theater. The fact that you transformed my balcony into an ocean is pretty incredible, and each and every one of you hold a little bit of magic in your masks. So I'm going to give each of you a little piece of wood, and I need you to take one and pass it along. Take one, pass it along. There we go. Take one, pass it along. Take one, pass it along. Do we all have... Okay, good. Now, in unison, let's remove our mask. Let's let our little piece of wood hover in our mask. Snap once above it to ignite it, and circle the perimeter of your mask in a counterclockwise direction. Keep circling. Keep circling. More. Oh, yes, you see that vessel there? You have performed to the point that the Tempest I bade thee. Oh, by accident most strange, bountiful fortune, hath mine enemies been brought to this shore. Now all of you go make thyself like a nymph of the sea, be subject to no one's sight but thine and mine. Make it to every eye of our eyes. Now go take this form. Let's summon our Ariel. Throw your hands up to the sky and yell at the top of your lungs, Ariel, approach! We come! Now on the beak, now in the waist, on the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. The fire and cracks, the sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed besieged and made his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake. Not a soul but felt a fever of the mad and played tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunging into the foaming brine and quit the vessel. And Ferdinand, the king's son, was the first man who leaped and cried, Hell is empty, and all the devils are here.
Bones are polo made. Those are pearls that were his arms. Nothing of him that doth fade. But he suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. See nymphs hourly ring its knell. Hark, I hear them ding.
Whoa, that was wild. That was Ariel, who sings and summons that tempest, that terrible storm. But now we have to ask ourselves, what about the Tempest itself, like the actual story of the Tempest by Shakespeare? So, I've brought you here to Prospera's cell, and if you can't tell already, I am in Prospera's costume. Do you think it looks good? Oh, thanks. Now, this is Prospera's cell, and it's not any old cell. This cell is, in fact, my memory palace. And you can also tell by the walls of this cell that, well, and the amount of little knickknackies around, that Prospera is somebody that's gone from riches to rags and is trying to approximate the luxuries she once had. See, exactly like that signet on a bookshelf made with lumber and stone. Ooh, and the ivy. Yes. Hold on to that ivy. Now, I have to tell you, this isn't any old memory palace, because each of these little knickknacks holds memories or text of Prospera. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to meander about my cell. You can go downstairs, you can go upstairs, you can go to the bookshelf. Find a little knick-knack that speaks to you, and I will bring thee to the present of how Prospera, the former Duke of Milan, came to be in exile. Oh, I see the signet, I see the quill. Good choices are being made. Oh, we're going to explore some context. That's another great one. Hold on to that stinky little shoe. There's good things to be discovered in that. Alright, everybody back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody back. Or else you are apple pie Bundy's a rotten egg, and if you don't get that joke, you will soon enough. If you spend time in the under. Now, everybody gather round, gather round, gather round. We are going to discover a little bit about Prospera and who she is. I think we will start with the magical staff. Hold up that staff. Ah, yes, it is true. With the help from the Kingdom of Naples, my brother Antonio did usurp me and set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. And now hold up the shoe, because we're going to learn about Miranda. Oh, Miranda, I have done nothing but in care of thee. Thee, my loved one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, that I, Prospera, a master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater mother. And hold up the hat. It is true. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right, but through foul play we came from thence that my brother and my uncle called Antonio did claim the dukedom of their own. I mark me, pray thee, that a brother should be so perfidious that he whom next thyself of all the world I loved. And hold up that sword, with all the honors on my brother, where on a treacherous army levied, and in the dead of darkness, the army hurried thence. So basically, what we're trying to say here is my brother let some enemies in to help boot me out of Milan. Isn't my brother so kind and sweet and darling? Yeah. He's kind of, insert bad word. I don't know how old you all are. Okay. Now, what else do we have? Oh, the signet! Hold up that signet, darling, that ring. My brother Antonio made an alliance so dry he was persuaded by the King of Naples to give him annual tribute and do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and the dukedom bend, the dukedom yet unbound. Alas, poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping. And now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing somebody. Where's the missing sprite? Thank you, Peter. We'll give this one to our missing sprite. Missing sprite? Hold on to your pants, everybody. We're going to teleport to exactly. There we go. Everybody back. Oh, just a second. There we go. Are we all back now? Are we all back now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're just dropping like flies. We started at 7, we're now 5. This is survival of the fittest. Only the bravest people can handle this cell. That is my memory palace, I guess. Alright, let's continue. Hold on to this, Peter. Take a little gander inside and tell me if your magic is working. Okay, everybody, gather round, gather round, gather round. This is very exciting. You there with the magical staff, I need you to dip the staff into the water. I need you to pour the contents into the memory pond. Start stirring that water. There we go. Is it happening? Is it working? It totally is working. My people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged, nor tackled sail, nor mast. The very rats instinctively did it. There they hoist us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong. And there I am, with my darling daughter Miranda. Do you see her there, sleeping so peacefully? You know, we did not know where we were going. We did not know where we would end up. But all we knew was that, well, we had each other. And, like many of you have cats, you know that when you have your cat beside you or your puppy beside you, you feel safe, right? Unless they're in a hissy mood, but most of the time you feel safe. And that's kind of how we felt, right there. But, I would love to keep diving into this memory. can I be honest with you? It's a little embarrassing, so don't judge me, okay? I had a cup of coffee before seeing you this evening, and the sound of this water effect is, oh man. Okay, yeah, I have to go pee. Can we just like regroup real quick? Oh, thank you for understanding. Okay, I know, I feel like I'm on a road trip and you're like, there's no gas stations anywhere right now. Okay, all right, here we go. Help yourself to some marshmallows. I will be right back. Have you all had a chance to have a little snack? You're feeling fueled? You're feeling ready to keep going? All right. Well. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you about a mantra that I have for Prospera. Do you know what a mantra is? You do? Okay. So Prospera's mantra is this. Those who control the narrative controls others. Do you want to hear that one more time? Okay. Prospera's mantra is those who control the narrative controls others. It's a little bit manipulative. Usually like mantras are like treat everybody with kindness, but no, Prospera's is those who control the narrative controls others. So now we know this fun fact about Prospera where yes, her brother might be a insert bad word, but she herself is not the, you know what I'm saying, yeah. She's a little sketch herself. So, now that we know this fun fact, why don't we go explore the love scene of the Tempest? Alright, we'll just do a little 180. But I totally tricked you because we're not going to do a 180. You might think that we're about to do a love scene, but actually this is a scene about Prospera and her manipulative ways. Now, do you need 30 seconds to explore this very island we were exiled upon? Or are you good to... You want to go explore? Run free! You have 30 seconds, darling. Run free! Alright. If you want, you can go explore too, but I'm pretty sure that you know every nook and cranny of this island, don't you? Mm-hmm. But you know, sometimes it's exciting. I mean, we don't even go over there anymore. We used to, but then, you know, back in the olden days when I was still trying to feel the show out, you know? Okay, everybody back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come hither. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fabulous. So, now that you've gotten your little, like, explory beans done, this is what's going to go down. This is a love scene between Miranda and Ferdinand. Now, we remember Miranda sleeping beside me so peacefully on that boat, right? You're the one that brought me Miranda's shoe, right? Right. I feel like that means you are our Miranda. Oh, goody. And Ferdinand, we might remember as the first man who leaped off that ship and cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." You're back! Yes, we thought we lost you forever and always. Oh, give me a hug. Oh, I thought you were lost in the abyss of, I don't know, Wi-Fi. Oh, did you lose power? No, you lost the Wi-Fis. You lost connection. You had to go take your dog out for a walk. Your bunny ran away. I am terrible at charades, and those of you that know me, that I am the worst at this game. So, just to let you know, just to catch you up, we are about to explore a love scene, okay? Now, this is Miranda, aka Prospera's daughter. Now, Miranda is going to fall deeply in love with Ferdinand. And Ferdinand we remember as the first man who leaped off that flaming ship and cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." Do you remember that? From the flaming ship? Yes! That is Ferdinand. Now, I have to ask. Edward Stickhands, would you like to be Ferdinand? Okay. Great. There you are. Now, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are a double cast. So this means we are going to do 2 versions of this. So, raise your hand if you're feeling flirty and cute and Miranda-like today. Well, you're already Miranda. Yes, of course. You? Okay. You are going to be our other Miranda. Awesome. And who is feeling strong and handsome today? Anybody else feeling strong and handsome? All right, we have another Ferdinand in the house. And that leaves you there, and you there, Peter, as our Prosperas. Let me get a magical staff for you. And a magical staff for you. There you are. All right. So, as I was saying, we think that this is a love scene between Ferdinand and Miranda. And it is, but actually this is a scene about Prospera and her manipulative ways, because Ferdinand is King Alonso's son. King Alonso did Prospera dirty. We don't like King Alonso, but we love Ferdinand because he is our ticket home to Italy, okay? Capiche? Capiche. All right. Miranda's, you are behind this tree. Ferdinand's, you are center stage. And Prospera's, you are hiding behind that tree. You're already in your place. You know what's up. All right. Let me see real quick. Now, Miranda with the swirly twirly mask, you are going to fall in love with Ferdinand with the swirly twirly mask, okay? And Miranda with the little chevron mask, you are going to fall in love with the Krabby Ferdinand, okay? And then, Peter, you are going to be Prospera to Team Swirly Twirly. And then other Prospera, you are going to be on the team with the Krabby and the chevron, alright? I'm going to pretend that's a yes. Okay, so the curtains are closed. Ferdinand, you find a prince pose. Whatever that may be. Maybe you're flexing your muscles. Maybe you're combing your hair. Maybe you are doing CrossFit. I don't know what princes do. And the curtains open. And Miranda spies upon Ferdinand from behind her tree and says, "Oh, what is it, a spirit, Lord? How it looks about! I might call him a thing divine, if nothing natural I ever saw, so noble." And she creeps out from behind her tree towards her Ferdinand. Ferdinand gazes upon Miranda and says, "Oh, the goddess on whom the heirs attend? Oh, you wonder if you be a maid or no." Meanwhile, Prospera is creepily spying upon the young couple. Good job. Way to be creepy, you two. Now, Miranda looks upon Ferdinand and says, "Oh, no wonder, sir, but certainly a maid." And then Ferdinand responds by saying, "Oh, dudes, my language! Heavens! Myself am Naples, whom with my eyes not since ebbed." You're crying now, Ferdinand, you're crying. Good. "Oh, beheld the king my father wrecked." Good, and freeze. So we're going to break this down real quick. Good job being super creepy. You know, Miranda's like, "OMG, Ferdinand, you're super cute." And then Ferdinand is like, "My language, Italian? I speak Italian. I'm from Italy. I'm Naples. I'm not a Massillon. I'm actually just a boy. I'm a dude. I'm a man." Oh, and boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I think my dad is dead. So Ferdinand, way to keep it smooth. Crying on your first date. Oh, we love a tender-souled gentleman. Now, Prospera, your maternal instincts are kicking in. You're feeling the pulses of your mama bear. And you are like, "This young man is flirting with my daughter. I will have none of this." Oh, definitely not. And so you come out from behind your tree. You point your staff at Ferdinand. Ferdinand, you look at Prospera in fright. And Prospera says, "A word, good sir, for I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word!" And this is the very moment that Prospera starts accusing Ferdinand of coming to her island to usurp her and boot her off. And now, Miranda, you come in between the two of them. And you're like this, "Mom! Cut it out! Stop! Please, Mom! Ferdinand is super kind and cute and sweet and tender, and I like him a lot. Nothing ill can dwell in such a fine temple, Mom." And also, just side note, Ferdinand, she just compared you to a fine temple. She literally just called you fine in front of her mom. So, yeah, you do. And so, because this is all happening, Ferdinand, you're kind of like, oh no, I'm a prince. I'm going to just respond to how I've been trained to respond. And you're like this, "Dudes, it is sword time." So, Miranda, run away. And Prospera says, "Draw thy weapon, traitor, for I shall disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop. And now you fight!" And look at that. Prospera's magic is working, and the swords are too heavy. Look at that. Prospera's magic works. And now Prospera wins. She throws her hands into the sky and says, "I win. Thy nerves are in their infancy and have no vigor in them." And now, Prospera, you go back to hiding behind your tree. Miranda, you are going to start distracting Ferdinand. Ferdinand just like putts around the yard for a moment. And Miranda taps Ferdinand on the shoulder and says, "Yoo-hoo, oh Ferdinand." And Ferdinand is like, "Yeah." And Miranda's like, "Oh, Ferdinand, would you like to be my husband?" And Ferdinand is like, "Yeah." And then Miranda's like, "Does that mean I'm your wife?" And Ferdinand is like, "Yeah." And then Miranda says, "Does that mean we're engaged?" And Ferdinand is like, "Totally, dudes." So congratulations to the young couple. You are engaged. You can high-five it out. You can hug it out. You can do whatever you want to do it out. And congratulations to Prospera. Your manipulative plan worked. Brava. Exactly. You are taking this role right to heart, and I really, really like that. Now, follow me. Let's do a talk and walk. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the dukes and the lords have escaped the Tempest, and they are wandering the desolate land. King Alonso is there, and he is mourning because he thinks his daughter Miranda has perished. Boo-hoo. And my evil brother Antonio is there as well. Now, would anybody here like to be a representative of this evil pod of dukes and lords? Oh, you do? Oh, all right. And you do? Okay, good. You can be King Alonso. You can be Antonio. Anybody else want to be a part of this dukey lordy business? No? Okay. All right. Well then, oh, thank you. King Alonso. It is your job to find sustenance for your crew. They are tired, they are wet, they are hungry, and you know that a grumpy crew is no fun to handle. Everybody, forge on ahead to go find snacks.
What are you doing eating my feast? No one invited you here. You are men of sin and always find lingering perdition worse than any that can be. Shall step by step attend to you and your ways. Whose wraths to guard from which here on this most desolate isle else falls upon yours nothing but heart sorrow. For 'tis my business that you from Milan did supplant good Prospera. Sorry guys, it's me, Haylee. I absolutely had to try this costume on. What do you think of this one? So much better than Prospera's, right? totally agree. Are those kissing crops? Oh, you know exactly what's about to happen. Who wants to go explore the scene? Okay, but now it's no longer. Oh, let's see. It is the wedding scene. Shall we go on ahead? All right.
Oh, and all is well that ends well. You know, I have to say those dukes and lords may have peed themselves out of sight because that harpy was scary. Oh, you want your poofy to be gone? Do you feel like a dog with a cone around its head? And you're trying to lick your paws, but you can't? Okay, here. I'll remove it for you. Sorry for tormenting you. There you go. Do you all know how to restore the trees? Kinda, sorta. Well, do you want a hand in restoring the trees? Here, if you need a hand, follow me. Are there any other trees that need restoring? We haven't had it. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Well, I promise you that, we'll find another opportunity for you to do some magic, okay? Alright. Is that able to be restored? I don't do sign language very well. I'm terribly sorry. It doesn't? That's okay. Because you are Miranda, and it is your wedding day, and look how beautiful your venue is. How extraordinary is that, hey? Now, Miranda, come here. Prospera has a little... Oh, just a second. Let me remove this flower crown. Would you be willing to be our Prospera? Okay. All right, let me get you your magical staff. Here you go. Prospera is going to be our officiant. Oh, may I have that, please? You're Ferdinand, silly. There you go, Prospera. Okay, so Prospera has a little magic hidden up her sleeve. Prospera is going to get the island spirits to dress up as goddesses and bless this young couple. Hey, Krabby! Pincers to yourself. Give Prospera her magical staff, please. Thank you. All right, so we have 3 goddesses that are going to bless this young couple. We have the goddess Iris, our rainbow messenger. We have the goddess Juno, our goddess of family and marriage. And we have our goddess Ceres, our goddess of agriculture and fertility. Now, you 3 are going to be my goddesses. Who would you like to be? Iris, our rainbow messenger, Juno, our goddess of family and marriage, or Ceres, our goddess of fertility and agriculture? Ceres? No, Iris. Is that a rainbow? Oh, you are going to be our Iris. All right. It's so exciting. All right. Now, you there. Would you like to be the goddess Juno? Oh, good. I think you're going to be an excellent Juno. Keep a hold of that rose, because it's going to come in handy in just a moment, okay? Juno's kind of like a flower girl ring bearer, okay? And that leaves you as our goddess Ceres. The goddess of fertility and agriculture. Now, everybody, come here. We need Prospera right under this arch, and Ferdinand and Miranda on either side of Prospera. Ferdinand? We need you right here, darling. You're about to be wed. Maybe you can look your future wife into her eyes. Come on. Oh my goodness, we're having a case of cold feet, it looks like. Okay, we'll meet you, Ferdinand, where... Okay, this is an even better arch. Great choice, Ferdinand. I love a gentleman that takes initiative when planning a wedding. Oh, okay. So, the first goddess that blesses this young couple is that of Iris, our rainbow messenger. Iris. So, Iris, you're the one that gathers the crowd. You're like the pre-show warm-up, okay? Are you ready? So you gotta pump us up. 5, 6, 7, 8 unions called naiads of the windring brooks. With your sedged crowns and your ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels and on the screen land. Answer our summons, Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, it's time to celebrate. A contract of true love can never be too late. And now you strike a pose. Gorgeous. And she receives her goddess mask. Oh, yes. And now Juno, are you ready? So when I start singing, you are going to hand that rose to Miranda. Miranda, you take one bite out of the rose, and then you hand the stem to Ferdinand. Ferdinand, you eat the stem, and the two of you exchanging, or eating the same rose is like exchanging rings. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Honor, riches, marriage, blessings, long continuance, increasing hourly joy, still be upon you. Juno's blessings is so on you. Congratulations, Juno. Juno! Well done. I'm gonna polish that little goddess mask. And rings have been exchanged. Are you two so excited? Okay, and last but not least, Ceres. And you are going to give them a love mojo dance. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Earths increase. Boys in plenty, barns and garners, never empty vines and clustering bunches, growing plants so goodly, birthing, bowing, spring come to you. At the farthest in the very end of harvest, scarcity and want shall shun you. Sarah's blessing is so on you. And Prospera. You there, darling. I know it's a little teary, your daughter is getting married and it's very emotional. Are you ready to officiate this officially? Okay. And polishing your mask, you have to look your best. This is your daughter's big day. And now, everybody gather round, gather round, gather round. Miranda and Ferdinand hold each other's hands. And now, Prospera, just pretend that I'm your words, okay? And Prospera's going to say, Miranda, do you take Ferdinand to be your spirit? And Miranda says yes. Oh my goodness, she said yes. Oh. And Ferdinand, do you take Miranda to be your spirit? And he says yes. Oh, goody. And with this blessing we have returned, and all has been made right through marriage. Oh, you know, Prospera gives up her magic to return to Milan, and well, so too I must leave you. Very sad, I have to say. Now, oh wow. Shall we have one last ritual around this fire? Alright, let's see if we can summon a tempest of our own. Our revels now are ended. Those, our actors, were all spirits as I foretold you, and have melted into air. Into thin air. Like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, and the great globe itself, all which it inherits shall dissolve. Like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. For we are such stuff as dreams are made on. And in this little life, we are rounded in asleep. And now, before we must part from this illusion, let's have a little dance party, shall we? Oh, wow. Now, it's time to break it down. I think it's time for everybody that was a goddess, give us a little goddess trio. Oh, look at those goddesses go. You gorgeous little souls. And now, Miranda and Ferdinand, it is time for the couple's first dance. Give us your first dance, darlings. Good. And Team Prospera, break it down. Woo! Oh, well done, well done. Everybody, give yourselves a round of snaps. You were all so fabulous. Take a bow. Take another bow. Oh, you audience and spirits that have been in my charge, I free you to the elements, and fare thou well.
Welcome back. Thank you for realizing this production. May we wish you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sails so expeditious that shall catch.